Tonight holds a power few ever notice. Tonight carries a weight that can change the course of your life. I am Xia Hengyi, and in the next few minutes, you will discover why this single night matters more than the last 10 years. The Shaolin masters have long whispered a secret. Life is never in the past, never in the future. It is here, in this very breath, this very heartbeat. True mastery begins when every thought, every action, and every pulse of energy is fully present. Tonight is not ordinary. It is a doorway, and few will step through it consciously. In this video, you will uncover ancient practices rarely shared outside the temples. You will learn how the simplest moments, when observed with full attention, can awaken strength hidden deep within. You will see how the disciplined breath can sharpen the mind and calm the storm of desire. You will understand why stillness is not idleness, but the forge where warriors of spirit are made. Every choice tonight carries a weight unseen by the world. Every silent action can ripple into tomorrow, shaping destiny in ways the untrained mind cannot perceive. You will discover techniques that the Shaolin monks have perfected over centuries, methods that allow a single night of focus to eclipse years of aimless effort. Stay with me until the end, and the night will reveal its hidden power. The knowledge shared here can ignite clarity, strength, and a sense of purpose that will echo far beyond these hours. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire. Here, we explore the deepest currents of wisdom, discipline, and personal mastery. If the path of awakening calls to you, subscribe now and step fully into the moment that can redefine everything. Tonight is yours, chosen one. Step into it. The mind is a battlefield, and desire is its loudest general. I am Xia Hengyi, and tonight we confront the subtle storms that pull us away from purpose. Desire whispers endlessly, promises of comfort, of pleasure, of shortcuts. It dazzles the senses, yet leaves the spirit drained, the body restless, and the path unclear. In the Shaolin temples, young monks learn that strength is born not from indulgence, but from restraint. Every movement, every breath is a lesson in discipline. They rise before the sun, practice when the body screams for rest, and sit in meditation when the mind craves distraction. Each small act of self-control becomes a brick in the foundation of power. Discipline is not punishment, it is freedom. It is the quiet voice that guides the soul toward clarity while desire shouts for attention. Tonight, the choices before you are small but profound. A refusal to give in to distraction, a single act of mindful effort, a conscious pause instead of reaction. These are not trivial, they carry the weight of years. Shaolin masters teach that mastery is built not in grand gestures, but in repeated, deliberate action. The night becomes a proving ground where every micro-decision strengthens your resolve. Notice the pull of desire tonight. The hunger for ease, for escape, for fleeting pleasure. See it for what it is. A test. When you choose restraint, even once, you honor your higher self. You align with the rhythm of the universe. And you step closer to the strength that cannot be stolen by whim or temptation. The power of this night lies not in victory over the world, but in victory over your own impulses. Each act of discipline plants a seed that grows far beyond these hours. The path may be silent and the effort unseen, but it shapes destiny. Tonight, your choices carve the stones of tomorrow. The mind is rarely quiet, yet it is in quietness that true strength is born. Action without clarity is chaos, like a sword swinging blindly in the dark. The world often praises movement, speed, and endless activity. But the Shaolin masters teach a different truth. Mastery begins in stillness. In the silent hours of the night, the mind can settle like water in a deep bowl. Meditation is more than sitting, it is training attention, watching the currents of thought without being swept away. Each breath becomes a tether, anchoring awareness to the present, grounding energy where it can serve rather than scatter. The body relaxes, but the spirit sharpens. The heart slows, but perception widens. Stillness is not emptiness, it is presence. Tonight offers an extraordinary opportunity. In these hours, the distractions of the day fade. The mind, usually pulled in 10,000 directions, finds a rare clarity, A single moment of deep attention tonight can reveal truths hidden beneath a decade of restlessness. Patterns of thought, impulses that mislead, the faint stirrings of purpose, all become visible when the mind is silent. The ancients understood this. In Shaolin practice, warriors would sit for hours, sometimes days, observing the mind as if it were a flowing river. Strength is not only in muscle or skill, it is in the ability to remain steady, to act with full awareness, to respond rather than react. The quiet moments cultivate intuition, discipline, and insight that cannot be rushed. Tonight's stillness is a tool sharper than any weapon. In the calm, clarity blooms. In the pause, power forms. One night of intentional presence can surpass 10 years of hurried, distracted effort. By embracing this quiet, the path becomes visible, the choices precise, and the spirit unwavering. The strength of stillness is subtle, but its impact lasts far beyond the night. Breath is more than air. It is the thread that connects body, mind, and spirit. Many move through life unaware of its rhythm, letting it rise and fall with distraction, emotion, or fear. Yet the Shaolin masters have long known the breath is a weapon, a tool of power, a guide to mastery. In the still hours of the night, every inhale and exhale carries potential. Each breath anchors awareness, channels energy, and steadies the heart. Shaolin monks do not fight blindly. They breathe deliberately, allowing each movement to flow from the calm center within. Through breath, the body strengthens, the mind sharpens, and the spirit becomes unwavering. Energy once scattered is gathered, focused, and transformed into purposeful action. Tonight, the breath can be your greatest ally. When tension rises, the mind swirls, or doubt creeps close. The conscious inhale slows the pulse. The measured exhale releases fear. Breathing becomes a bridge between what is and what can be. Each cycle of air carries intention, guiding thought and motion with precision. A single moment of deep, mindful breathing can dissolve confusion, sharpen perception, and awaken latent strength hidden beneath habit and worry. The ancients understood this intimately. In Shaolin halls, students would endure hours of training not just to move, but to breathe with control under strain. The breath allowed them to endure, to respond with clarity, and to channel energy where it mattered most. It was never idle, it was strategy, discipline, and life itself. Tonight, let the rhythm of your breath become your focus. Let it calm the chaos, ignite clarity, and awaken resolve. Control the breath, and the mind follows. Control the breath, and the body aligns. Control the breath, and destiny itself bends toward purpose. In the silence of these hours, mastery begins with a single conscious inhale. The past is heavy, yet it only weighs what we allow it to. Memories, mistakes, and lost opportunities linger like shadows, tempting the mind to wander backward. But the last 10 years cannot define the present unless they are given permission. Shaolin philosophy teaches a quiet, profound truth. Experience is a teacher, not a prison. Every moment of regret, every fear carried from yesterday is a chain forged by thought. The monks learn to observe these chains without gripping them. They honor the lessons, yet do not let the past dictate motion, energy, or intention. The body moves forward, the mind adapts, and the spirit remains free. Non-attachment is not indifference, it is mastery over what no longer serves the path. Tonight, the night itself becomes a sanctuary for release. The quiet allows regrets to settle, fears to dissipate, hesitation to dissolve. Breathing in, there is awareness. Breathing out, there is freedom. Each conscious exhale carries away the weight of what cannot be changed, leaving clarity and purpose in its place. The energy once bound by memory and doubt becomes available for creation, focus, and action. The Shaolin understood that life is not lived in memory but in movement, in presence, in deliberate choice. Even centuries of experience, if clung to too tightly, can blind the mind and weaken resolve. True strength comes when one can honor the past without being trapped by it, when one can carry wisdom instead of chains. Tonight, let go. Release what lingers unnecessarily. Allow every regret, every fear, every hesitation to fall like leaves from a tree, leaving space for growth, insight, and action. In detachment, the spirit is unshackled, the mind is sharpened, and the night itself becomes a powerful ally. Tonight, freedom is found not in the world, but in the quiet mastery of letting go. Pleasure is fleeting, yet the mind often chases it as if it were the source of fulfillment. True power, the Shaolin masters teach, does not come from comfort, indulgence, or ease. It comes from alignment with purpose, the quiet, steady flame that guides each thought, each action toward a higher path. In the monasteries, monks rise before dawn, endure physical strain, and sit in meditation for hours. Their bodies ache, their minds wrestle with fatigue, yet they persist because the mission demands it. Purpose shapes every movement, every breath, and every decision. Comfort is acknowledged, but never prioritized. Distraction is noticed and released. Discipline is not punishment. It is devotion to a path greater than desire. Tonight offers the same opportunity. Every decision, every impulse, every fleeting thought carries significance. The mind may whisper for ease, the senses may crave distraction, but the soul recognizes what truly matters. Each moment of conscious focus, each deliberate choice, draws energy toward growth, insight, and mastery. Even small actions become powerful when directed by intention rather than whim. The ancients understood that life rewards alignment, not indulgence. A single night devoted to purpose can eclipse years spent in comfort, hesitation, or distraction. Mission becomes a compass, guiding energy efficiently, sharpening awareness, and strengthening resolve. The power of focus multiplies when the heart and mind are committed, and even ordinary hours can transform into moments of profound transformation. Tonight, let purpose lead. Let every thought serve the path, every action reflect intention. Pleasure may wait, but destiny moves forward. By choosing the higher path, the mind becomes clear, the spirit becomes steady, and the body responds with precision. Purpose before pleasure is not denial, it is the gateway to mastery, the quiet power that turns tonight into a step towards something far greater than ease or indulgence. The fiercest battles are rarely fought with swords or fists. They are fought quietly within the mind and heart. Fear creeps in unnoticed. Doubt whispers in moments of hesitation, and laziness lures the spirit toward inaction. These are the true enemies, the hidden obstacles that shape life far more than any external challenge. Shaolin warriors understand this deeply. Before stepping into the world, before facing any opponent, they train to master themselves. Every hour of meditation, every disciplined movement, every controlled breath is a confrontation with the self. Strength is forged not in victory over others, but in victory over the patterns, habits, and impulses that weaken the soul. The battlefield within is far larger, far more complex, and far more consequential than the one outside. Tonight is an opportunity to meet these inner adversaries directly. Observe fear without resistance. Notice doubt without judgment. Sit with the restless mind until clarity emerges. In silence, the layers of hesitation peel away, revealing the courage and focus that have always been present but buried. The night becomes a crucible, where weakness is tested and discipline becomes visible. The ancients believed that mastery over self is the foundation for mastery over life. One who cannot face inner resistance cannot act decisively in the world. Each moment spent confronting internal obstacles strengthens the mind, steadies the spirit, and sharpens intention. Tonight let the battles be quiet but unyielding. Face what has held you back, not with force, but with awareness and resolve. Each silent victory over fear, doubt, and inertia shapes the path ahead. The world may seem vast, but the true conquest begins here within, in the stillness of thought, in the focus of breath, and in the unwavering decision to rise above what has restrained you. The inner warrior waits, ready to claim the night. Greatness is rarely born in a single moment. It grows quietly, like roots spreading beneath the soil, unseen but unstoppable. Tiny actions, repeated with discipline, accumulate into something extraordinary. Shaolin masters have long understood this truth. Mastery is forged not in grand gestures, but in daily devotion, in the repetition of form, breath, and focus. In the temples, monks practice the same movements day after day, year after year. At first, the effort seems small, almost trivial. Yet with each repetition, the body becomes stronger, the mind sharper, and the spirit steadier. What once required struggle becomes fluid, effortless, precise. The power of consistency is invisible at first, but over time, it transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Tonight, the same principle applies. One act of true focus, performed with full attention, carries weight far beyond what seems visible. It may be a meditation held without distraction, a task completed with precision, or a choice made in alignment with purpose. These small intentional acts are seeds, and tonight, each seed has the potential to grow into something monumental. The ancients taught that impatience is the enemy of mastery. The world values speed, novelty, and immediate reward, but true strength comes from persistence. Discipline is the current that carries ordinary effort toward remarkable achievement. The night offers a rare opportunity. A single hour devoted fully can eclipse months or even years of scattered, unfocused effort. Consistency is not flashy, it is silent. It is the repeated sharpening of the mind, the steady training of the body, and the cultivation of inner resilience. Tonight, focus your energy, repeat with intention, and embrace the power of small, disciplined actions. In the quiet of dedication, momentum forms, and the strength built tonight will ripple far into the future, shaping results that few ever anticipate, but all eventually feel. True mastery is not born from brute strength or hurried effort. It emerges when mind, body, and spirit move in harmony, flowing together like water over stone. Shaolin masters have long taught that force alone fractures energy, but alignment channels it. When the three are in balance, even the smallest action carries extraordinary precision and power. In the quiet of the night, the body can be observed without distraction. Each breath guides awareness, each movement connects to intention, and each thought is tuned toward clarity. Meditation stills the mind, reflection roots the spirit, and disciplined practice shapes the body. Together they form a triad of strength that cannot be broken by circumstance or chance. Alignment is not a destination, it is a continual practice, a silent rhythm that carries purpose into every action. Tonight there is an opportunity to synchronize these currents of energy. The mind must focus without clutter, free from worry or doubt. The body must move with precision, listening to the intelligence within muscle and bone. The spirit must remain calm, unwavering, and open to insight. When these elements converge, awareness sharpens, reaction becomes intuitive, and energy flows where it is most needed. The ancients understood that imbalance leads to fatigue, mistakes, and wasted effort. Harmony, however, creates effortless strength. A single night spent in deliberate alignment can awaken clarity that a decade of scattered action cannot provide. Each breath, each pause, each conscious movement becomes a thread weaving the mind, body, and spirit into a single instrument of focus. Tonight, let the currents of your being move together. Let meditation, reflection, and motion unite into a single flowing rhythm. In this quiet, deliberate alignment, the path becomes visible, power becomes precise, and mastery is no longer distant. It begins here in the stillness and harmony of a single night. The night carries a quiet power that the day cannot offer. In Shaolin tradition, time is not merely measured, it is honored. Certain hours are reserved for reflection, for meditation, for the subtle cultivation of strength and insight. The night is one of these sacred windows, a period when the mind is unburdened by the noise of the world, and the spirit can move freely. Darkness itself becomes a teacher. In the absence of distraction, thoughts settle, patterns reveal themselves, and clarity emerges. Shaolin masters rise during these hours to practice silently, to sit in meditation, and to observe the currents of their own mind. They understand that the world may demand action, but wisdom grows in stillness, and transformation is seeded in quiet moments. Tonight, the night offers the same fertile ground. The challenges, the fears, and the doubts that cloud the mind during the day fade in the calm hours. Insight arrives in subtle ways. A flash of understanding, a gentle awareness, a feeling of alignment that cannot be forced. Every breath, every pause, every deliberate action tonight is amplified, carrying far more weight than in the scattered energy of daylight. The ancients believed that those who respect the rhythm of time harness its power. Night is not simply a period to rest, it is a gateway to refinement, discipline, and inner mastery. It offers a space where one can confront weakness, cultivate focus, and summon the energy necessary to move forward with purpose. Tonight is sacred. It is a gift rarely noticed by those who rush through life. Use it fully. Sit with your mind. Move with intention. Breathe with awareness. Let the stillness of darkness sharpen your perception and strengthen your spirit. In honoring the night, you honor your own path, and the seeds planted in these hours will grow quietly yet powerfully in the days to come. The heart often clings to outcomes, measuring worth by what is gained or lost. Yet the Shaolin masters teach a profound truth: effort is yours, results are not attachment to outcomes. Clouds judgment, drains energy, and steals the quiet power of focused action. True mastery comes when action is pure, wholehearted, and free from the burden of expectation. In the temples, monks perform each movement with complete attention, yet they do not cling to success or fear failure. Every strike, every stance, every breath is offered fully and then released. The mind remains light, the spirit steady, and the body sharp. Detachment does not mean indifference. It is a deliberate choice to channel all energy into the present moment, trusting that the results will flow naturally from disciplined effort. Tonight, the same principle holds. Every action you take can be powerful, precise, and meaningful without being weighed down by worry about what will come. When the mind lets go of outcome, the body moves with fluidity, the heart acts with courage, and the spirit remains unwavering. Energy that would otherwise be wasted on fear or desire becomes available for clarity, focus, and purpose. The ancients understood that clinging weakens while letting go strengthens. By surrendering the need to control results, action becomes effortless yet potent. One conscious effort tonight, performed without attachment, can surpass years of effort tainted by hesitation or doubt. Act fully, yet release completely. Let intention guide the movement, discipline fuel the effort, and the universe handle the unfolding. Tonight, mastery is measured not by what is gained, but by the depth of your presence, the power of your focus, and the courage to act without expectation. In this balance of effort and surrender, the path becomes clear and true strength reveals itself. Sometimes, a single night holds more power than a lifetime of routine. One decisive night can alter the course of destiny quietly yet profoundly. The Shaolin masters teach that transformation is not always gradual. Sometimes it arrives in concentrated, focused moments. A night of clarity, discipline, and conscious choice can set the stage for years of growth, like a single spark igniting a forest of potential. In the temples, monks often spend hours in silent reflection, meditation, and deliberate practice. The effort may seem small, even invisible, yet its effects ripple outward over time. A moment of insight, a disciplined action, or the choice to master fear can expand quietly, touching every decision that follows. Just as a stone dropped into water sends waves outward, a night spent in focus can influence the currents of life in ways unseen but deeply felt. Tonight carries the same opportunity. Every breath, every choice, every movement made with full awareness is magnified by the stillness of the hour. The distractions of the day fade, leaving the mind sharp and the spirit receptive. Patterns that have held sway for years can be broken. Energy once scattered can be gathered, concentrated, and directed toward purpose. One intentional night can outweigh a decade of scattered effort. The ancients understood the sacred rhythm of time. They recognized that opportunity is not always measured in years or months, but in moments of presence and discipline. Tonight you hold that moment. By embracing it fully, aligning mind, body, and spirit, and acting with unwavering focus, the night itself becomes a catalyst. The spark kindles the fire, and the choices made in these hours ripple into everything that follows. Tonight is not ordinary. It is a threshold. Step through it consciously, and the life that emerges will carry the echoes of the decisions made here, now, in the quiet power of this single night. Tonight is a reminder that every moment holds the potential for transformation. The small choices made with awareness, discipline, and purpose ripple far beyond the hours we see. By embracing stillness, controlling the breath, releasing attachment, and acting with intention, the path to mastery becomes clearer and the spirit grows stronger. Let this night be a guide, not just for tonight but for every day that follows. Observe your thoughts, honor your purpose, and move with quiet determination. Even the simplest actions, repeated with focus, can shape a life of clarity, strength, and inner peace. May the lessons of tonight settle gently within you, strengthening your mind, body, and spirit. Carry them forward with calm, with awareness, and with the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your path. If this message resonates, join our journey. Like this video, subscribe to Shaolin Soulfire, and step fully into the power of each moment. Let the wisdom of the night inspire the days ahead, and let your spirit move steadily toward mastery. Peaceful nights bring powerful beginnings. Let tonight be yours.